Molweni. Hello guys, I'm Mqasheni and I studied here in NMU as a BA psychology student, and today I'm doing my master's in research psychology. So when I was in your position, the most question that I had was what is that I can do with this degree, which is BA, and how do I become a psychologist? So today I'm sitting here with Dr. Nafsaria to answer some of those questions that you might have as well.
Hi there. So yes, your BA psychology is the foundation. Okay, it's the foundation of your career, and it's there where you really are introduced to things like understanding human behavior, mental processes, critical thinking. And after your BA degree, you have two options really. And the one is to go on and do your postgraduate studies and become registered as a psychologist. But the second option is actually to enter the workforce at that point. And we find that many of our students find employment within human resources or marketing, community development, things like working in different government sectors, as well as research.
Oh, okay, Doctor. You mentioned something interesting about getting into postgrad. So what's the direction with regards getting there? How do we get there?
To postgraduate studies, so after you would complete your BA psychology degree, your undergraduate degree, you would then apply for honours. And honours is the fourth year after your undergraduate degree, and it is quite a sought after program, so you need to work actually quite hard academically, and you need to have quite a high standard of academics to get into that program. Beyond the honours program is your application towards a master's study in either clinical and counselling or educational psychology.
Oh, okay, you mentioned so there's not only one option in postgrad, so there's not only like counseling or clinical. What other options are there?
Absolutely, there's a few others. There is neuropsychology, as well as research psychology and industrial psychology. And Hlumelo, it really depends on what type of work you want to do one day and what type of environment you would like to work in.
Oh, okay. So Doctor, as you mentioned, so we've detailed and narrowed down about the postgrad. So now a question that we have a lot, me as a student and others that might have, is so what happens now if I don't get into postgrad?
So that is quite a realistic question, and many of our students, if they don't go on into postgraduate studies, will get into other types of, will go into the workforce, things like community projects, NGOs. Some students remain connected to the university and are in research support roles as well. So I think the degree also provides some really good transferable skills, that you can use in many different types of work environments.
Oh, okay. So what I'm getting is, so the degree still holds value even without you venturing into postgrad.
Absolutely, and you just need to find the way that you want to move from your BA, and always have your mind in terms of my ultimate goal, because even what you do after your BA degree can also help towards your applications in postgraduate studies.
Oh, okay. So someone like fresh out of matric and they want to get into the psychology program, so what are the admission requirements?
Okay, so applications are open at the moment, and there are some basic minimum requirements that for the degree, and an applicant with a national senior certificate needs grade 12 maths or technical maths, and they require a minimum applicant score of 350, whereas an applicant with math lit would require minimum application score or an applicant score of 365. Okay, it's also important to note that the rating must be at least 45%. Okay, you must have at least acquired 45% for maths or technical maths, or 65% for mathematical literacy.
Okay, thank you for that, Doctor. I think we covered most of the questions. So now, if someone is watching this and trying to get into this field, what would you say to them?
I think what's quite important with psychology is you need to be quite clear about your goals, where you're headed, and to continuously work on it and be consistent. Like I always think about psychology as a marathon rather than a race. You know, it's not about finishing your degree as quickly as possible. It's about having your eye on the prize, and if it is that you complete your BA degree and you don't go on to your postgraduate degree at that point, is to do something that helps you to stay focused on your end goal if it is to return to studies afterwards. So I think consistency, especially if you're passionate about psychology, it's not something easy to let go of, you know. So is to be consistent and work at it and have your eye on the prize, whatever that may be.
Yes. So take it from me. I started here as a BA psychology student, and now I'm pursuing my master's in research. You know, I'm still going there, and I'm still aiming for that prize, because psychology is my passion from doctor's words. So yeah. If you're curious about people and want to work with people and want to understand the human behavior, this might be your career path as well.
So for more information, you can access our website, health.mandela.ac.za, for more information on this program, as well as information on some of the other programs that we have within the faculty. And thank you so much for listening. Thanks, Lumelo.
Yeah, thank you again for listening. And don't forget to apply.